Good boy. Good boy, yes. Come on.
Welcome to Lord of the Vets, where I do the research so you don't have to. Don't talk to Dr. Google, talk to a real one. I'm here with a case, an amazing miracle sheep called Lucky, and Lucky's wonderful owner, Maggie, who's done a fantastic job helping him get back to full health. Maggie, do you mind telling me how you found Lucky and his original story?
Well, we've got a lifestyle block, but we're not sheep people.
Yes.
And we are surrounded by lots of farms with lots of sheep.
Yes.
And my son came home one night from the gym and says, "Mum, I've just seen a ewe giving birth. Two of them are standing up, but she keeps headbutting the other one away."
Right.
And I said, "Oh, okay, I'll go and have a look at it." But I never did, I forgot all about it. He goes out again after midnight with a torch, brings this poor sad looking creature home.
Yes.
I said, "Well, you can keep it warm overnight, but chances are it won't be with us in the morning."
Right.
But it was. And
Wow.
that's how your association with Lucky came about, because he wasn't well from day one.
He wasn't well.
No.
Yeah, your son's a bit of a champion for going out and rescuing him like that,
Well,
isn't he?
I don't think I've taught him a hell of a lot in life, but at least he's got compassion for animals, so that's good.
Exactly. So Lucky came in, he had swollen joints, diarrhea and a runny nose. So we put him on antibiotics, and the runny nose and the diarrhea came right, but he was still quite sore on his legs,
yes,
wasn't he?
Absolutely, got worse on his legs.
He got worse on the legs. So at that stage, we actually had to put him on like a longer course of antibiotics. We were
That's
giving him
right.
injections every day.
Yeah.
And then he started to do a bit better after that. But unfortunately, because he'd been limping for so long, then
Yep.
the tendons got short in that leg. So he had contracted tendons in his leg, and he couldn't straighten the leg out. So what we had to do then was we had to put that splint on, didn't we?
That's right.
Remember that?
Yes, I remember that well.
When we went into the small animal clinic and we lay him down, little Lucky the lamb, on a table, and we splinted that leg up. We got it all straightened out, and he was on that splint for maybe a week or so, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, it'd been about 10 days, I think.
Yeah,
when
a
we
week to
took
10
it off
days.
The first one.
And then we took it off, and it was come right for a while, didn't it?
It did. It was great.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it just started deteriorating again.
So I remember I was feeling a bit discouraged at this point, and you
Oh,
brought it back.
we
What were
both-
you thinking?
Thought this was it. You were going
Yeah.
to say that euthanasia would be the best policy for him. He's obviously in pain. He's suffering. But no, you weren't giving up on him.
No, I didn't want to give up on him,
No.
and I could see you didn't want to give up
No.
on him either. So
No.
at that point, I offered Maggie the choice to do some more advanced treatment, which would involve taking X-rays to check for osteomyelitis, because if there was an infection in the bone, we were dealing with something much more severe. And also, I took a sample of I would be taking a sample of the joint and assessing the joint space as well to see what was going on there. And I was actually quite surprised that you were willing to do all that, because a lot of people at that point would say, no, too much, too expensive.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure if I can do this, but you went for it. So we sedated Lucky. We did the joint tap, which means basically I put a needle into the joint on a sterile field and took a sample and sent that away to the lab and for analysis. And also I took the X-rays, and we found that there actually wasn't osteomyelitis, and the joint tap, it didn't come back positive for bacteria, but there was quite a lot of swelling around there, so I was still worried about an infection. So I did a regional perfusion of antibiotics. And then what that is when you put a tourniquet around the leg, this is while he was still sedated, and then the vessels sort of come up just like you would when the doctor's taking blood from you or something like that. And I got a vein, and I put antibiotics in the vein and left them in the leg for about 10 minutes just to perfuse the area of inflammation. And then we put the splint, once he was sort of waking up again, we put the splint back on, and he started to do like the swelling came down, didn't it?
Oh yeah, the swelling was great.
Yeah.
It came way down.
It came
So
way
didn't have
down after
anymore.
that. But then the splint slipped up a bit in his lower joint, his metacarpal joint. So initially this was all in the carpus, but then his metacarpal joint started to collapse.
That's right.
Because the splint had slipped up a bit, and the pressure sort of went down there.
Yep.
And oh man, I remember this at this point thinking, my goodness, are we really going to be able to do this?
Oh,
and
wow.
that was when the idea came about of switching from splinting to soft bandaging and coming here to the dog swim spa for him to do some rehab. And how's that been for you?
Well, at first when you suggested it, I thought you were bloody mad. I thought,
Maybe I am.
I thought there was no way they were going to take a sheep.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I rang June.
Yes.
She said, let's try. And I thought, well, someone else is prepared to try with him.
Yes.
Let's give it a go. He's living proof. He's
Yes.
got muscle back on his leg. It was like a matchstick. There was no
was.
muscle at all.
Yep.
He could hardly support his weight on
Yep.
it.
He just
But
wasn't using it enough.
No,
Yeah.
but this has been strengthened with the swimming. And, you know, they recommend it for humans. Well, it's proof it'll work for a sheep as well.
Absolutely. I can't believe, when I came here, I couldn't believe how well he was walking around this field here. And because before his leg was collapsing
Yes.
pretty much every step.
Yeah.
But once those muscles came back,
Oh, yeah.
he's able to walk pretty well.
You should see him running. That's
He
something
he
else
can, he
still.
can run as well. That's
He
fantastic.
can.
And I was very surprised yesterday when I turned up to work and there was a present sitting on my desk. And now I have to show this because, my goodness, I don't think I've got a present this good. I can't remember the last time I got a present this good. It's got a smiley
When
face.
you still believed in Santa.
When I still believed in Santa. Meerkats with reindeer.
They didn't
Reindeer.
have sheep ones.
Oh no, meerkats are fantastic. Absolutely. And then this mug, which is just,
Now the Rubik's Cube of box is getting into it.
yeah, yes. Guys, take a look at this mug. Have you seen this, June? This is fantastic. And it's full of lollies. Yeah, it's these amazing displays of gratitude which make you as a vet want to get up and come to work in the morning. So thank you very much,
Oh,
Maggie.
well,
Honestly,
no.
really, really appreciated it.
Thank you.
Yes.
No,
Great.
it's just showed it's taken a whole team. Of
It's
people
been a
to
team
get-
effort.
yeah,
We've
to
had June
get-
at the swim spa,
Yep,
yourself,
and you
me and my
guys,
nurses.
yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
very stoked.
No.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the story of Lucky, the miracle sheep that's come back from the dead and is able to walk and have a happy life now. What's the future for Lucky?
Definitely not roast lamb.
Not roast lamb.
No.
He's going to be a pet, isn't
He's
he?
got a forever home.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's lead trained and he's
Yep.
pretty much like a dog, really, isn't
No, thanks to special people that have been invested in his care.
he? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe if you would like to get continual vet stories. Thank you very much.